Alright, before we hop into the video, here is Genesis chapter 5. This is the book of the lineage of Adam. In the day that God created man, he made him to the likeness of God. He created them, male and female, and he blessed them, and he called their name Adam. In the day when they were created. Then Adam lived for 130 years. 130 years, and then he conceived a son in his own image and likeness, and he called his name Seth. And after he conceived Seth, the days of Adam that passed were 800 years, and he conceived sons and daughters. And all the time that passed while Adam lived was 930 years, and then he died. Seth likewise lived for 105 years, and then he conceived Enos. And after he conceived Enos, Seth lived for 807 years, and he conceived sons and daughters. And all the days of Seth had passed were 912 days, or 912 years, and then he died. In truth, Enos lived 90 years, and then he conceived Canaan. After his birth, he lived 815 years, and he conceived sons and daughters. And all the days of Enos that passed were 905 years, and then he died. Likewise, Canaan lived 70 years, and then he conceived Mahalalel. And after he conceived Mahalalel, Canaan lived for 840 years, and he conceived sons and daughters. And all the days of Canaan that passed were 910 years, and then he died. And Mahalalel lived 65 years, and then he conceived Jared. And after he conceived Jared, Mahalalel lived for 830 years, and he conceived sons and daughters. And all the days of Mahalalel that passed were 895 years, and then he died. And Jared lived for 162 years, and then he conceived Enoch. And after he conceived Enoch, Jared lived for 800 years, and he conceived sons and daughters. And all the days of Jared that passed were 962 years, and then he died. Now Enoch lived for 65 years, and then he conceived Methuselah. And Enoch walked with God, and after he conceived Methuselah, he lived for 300 years and conceived sons and daughters. And all the days of Enoch that passed were 365 years, and he walked with God. And then he was seen no more before God, because God took him. Likewise, Mahalalel lived for 187 years, and then he conceived Lamech. Then he conceived Lamech, and after he conceived Lamech, Methuselah lived for 782 years, and he conceived sons and daughters. And all the days of Methuselah that passed were 969 years, and then he died. The Lamech lived for 182 years, and he conceived a son, and he called his name Noah, saying, "This one will console us from the works and hardships of our hands in the land that the Lord has cursed." And after he conceived Noah, Lamech lived for 595 years, and he conceived sons and daughters. And all the days of Lamech that passed were 777 years, and then he died. In truth, when Noah was 500 years old, he conceived Shem, Ham, and Japheth. So, I just going through. So this is pretty simple to explain. I mean, it's pretty straightforward what's going on in Genesis 5. It's just showing Adam's descendants and how long he lived, and all of his descendants live. Pretty much most of his descendants live, all the way down till we get back down to Noah here, and it just tells us about how the sons that Noah has. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It really just talks about the bloodline and how the descendants of Adam. All right, let's hop straight into the video. Imagine this: the best players on your team are gone, put into free agency off your team. Well, today you don't have to imagine that, as that's what we're doing. As I released the top 5 players from every single NFL team, and we're going to see what happens in the next couple of seasons. Let's go over the teams after I let everybody go. So we have the Bears, 79. I'll just do some interesting stuff. So the Broncos are a 75 overall team. I think the highest overall team is an 80. Actually, no, never mind. It is the Chiefs. My bad. Where are the Chiefs at? there the Chiefs are at. They're at 81 overall. Second is the Eagles. The Chiefs have a lot of good options left. But in my opinion, the worst team set by this is the Giants. They're set at a 72 overall. Not looking too hot for the Giants. But my team that I think has the most potential for this is in fact the Texans. They have C.J. Stroud still. They have a lot of other really good options. That's what I think who has the most potential. So what I'm going to do, we'll go on a team. Let's just go on the Chiefs. We go into league settings here. All Madden with the difficulty, simple for everything there. Auto progress, all that stuff on. Injury off. The salary cap is off. And minimum roster is off. So there we go. Start the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll go and I'll just show you guys what I mean by that. We'll go to the free agents and look at this. All these free agents. Let's go. If you don't believe me, go through different positions. Quarterback. So that's quarterbacks on the board here. On here. Halfback. Some great halfbacks in here. A lot of great halfbacks in here. Wide receiver. Most of the top receivers. Actually, every single top receiver pretty much is in there. So there we go. So we're gonna simulate everything set to. I think for the team that I'm on, it's set to simple. So I'm not gonna be impacting teams at all that I'm on. So if you're a Chiefs fan, I'm not gonna impact it. Simple. We're gonna sim a week. I'm gonna see where everyone goes, and we'll sim the regular season, and then we'll see the overalls for the teams and see who balled out as we sim next week. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Praying I hit record. If I didn't hit record, I'm gonna be very, very sad. Very, very sad. Alrighty. Where did these guys go? Free agents. We'll see who's left still. A lot of people are still left. A lot of people have not been picked. All the quarterbacks are gone. But there's still a lot of people, a lot of old guys still left in here. We'll look to see where some of these guys go. So we'll get an hour we wait till everyone is kind of situated. I think we're going to wait. I'm going to sim to the regular season. We'll sim to the regular season. And we'll see the additions of the players that were made. Alright, we're in the regular season. Let's see the NFL rosters. We get Josh Allen on our team. We pick up Josh Allen. The NFL. Justin Jefferson is an Eagle. Okay. Lamar Jackson is a Raven. You go back to the Ravens. Derrick Henry is a Cowboy. Josh Allen is a Kansas City Chief. Actually, let's just go through the rosters. Actually, let me look. See if any of these guys in the free agency, any free agents, there's still a bunch left. Crazy. A bunch of these guys are still left. Like Malik Neighbors is still in here. Brock Bowers is still in here. A ton of people are still left in here. So I'm gonna send to the mid-season, and then hopefully by the mid-season mark, all these guys are picked up, and we'll also look to see how the teams are doing as well in the mid-season. Simulation, which is the most, I think it's one of the most annoying things in the game, if not the most annoying thing in the game. Alright, we're at 3-3. Raiders are 3-4. Doesn't look like they picked up a lot. For the free agents. Still, all these guys are still left. Most of the young guys are picked up. There's still a lot of people left though. But most of the young guys are picked up. Let's go to the NFL rosters. See what we got. We'll start with We'll go start with the Bears first. The Bears pick up Micah Parsons and TJ Watt, Jesse Bates, Roquan Smith, Tyler Smith, and after that, that's their normal roster. So they get a ton of defense. The Bengals, they get Jamar Chase, they get Joe Burrow back, they get Max Crosby, Jenkins goes in their team, and that is all the additions they make. So they get Jamar Chase, they get Joe Burrow back, and they add Max Crosby. Interesting. Denzel Ward to the Bills, and that looks like all they made. Maybe I think that might be the only additions they made was Denzel Ward. CeeDee Lamb for the Broncos, and that looks like it. That's it for the Broncos. Quentin Nelson to the Browns. Witherspoon also, Snead. I think that is it. So these three guys are added. The Bucks get Sexy Dexy, Dexter Lawrence, and Trent Brown, Andrew Thomas. And that is it after that. The Cardinals get nobody. They decide they're going to pick up Zilch. Actually, I think they got Buda Baker back. But besides that, they get nobody. Chargers get Myles Garrett, Lane Johnson, Christian Darsow, DeForest Buckner, and that is all the additions they make. The Chiefs, they make an addition of Josh Allen, Trace Smith, I think is already on the team. Don't think they do anything else. The Colts, Jordan Mailata, Marshawn Lattimore, Christian Gonzalez, C.J. Mosley, Kenneth Walker. I think that is it for them. Commanders get Pat Surtain, Chris Lindstrom, Kevin Zeitler, Devin Lloyd. I don't know for sure if he was on the team or not, but maybe. Cowboys get Derrick Henry, Eric McCoy. Looks like that's it. Dolphins get Derek Stingley, Humphrey, McKinney, Bland, Dotson. I don't know if he was on the team or not. That's it. Eagles get Jefferson, Barkley. They get Jefferson. They get Barkley back. They get Wirfs. They get Quentin Williams. That looks like to be it. Falcons, they get Derwin James, Rashawn Slater, Jordan Love. That should be it. I think Jake Matthews, and they do get Jonathan Allen as well. Down the board, to keep going down a little bit. The Niners they didn't make a move. Doesn't look like they made a move. Giants get Vita Vea, Alex Highsmith, I think. After that, there's nothing. Jags, doesn't look like they make a move. Jets get, I think, DJ Reader Jr. That's it. That's all they make. Lions get AJ Brown, Creed Humphrey. I think that is it for them. Oh, they get Jabril Peppers. Packers get Patrick Mahomes, Mario Davis, Elton Jenkins. I think he was already on the team. Panthers get Nick Bosa, Penei Sewell, Joe Bitonio. I think they get Taylor Moton back. I think that is it for them. Patriots get Fred Warner, Sauce Gardner, AJ Terrell, Tavai. I think he wasn't on the roster. Maybe he was. I thought he might have been. Raiders get Aiden Hutchinson, Paris Johnson Jr., and that is it. Rams, Zach Martin. That's it for them. Ravens get Lamar Jackson back, Chris Jones. That is it for them, if I do believe so. Saints don't pick up anybody. Seahawks get Jalen Ramsey, Shahir Alexander, Winfield. They get Tariq Woolen back. Steelers, Tunsil, Fitzpatrick, they got him back. Josh Allen, Brian Burns. Texans get Frank Ragnow. They get Robinson as well. And that looks like that's it for them. Titans get Trent McDuffie, Jalen Johnson. Looks like that's it. Vikings, finally, they get Amon-Ra St. Brown, Christian McCaffrey. And that is it for them. So you're going to see some familiar maybe some weird faces as Josh Allen switches, Patrick Mahomes, Jordan Love, in a different spot. Justin Herbert in Baltimore as well, so they're loaded at the quarterback position. I'm going to simulate to the playoffs, and hopefully some of these other guys get picked up. If not, we'll jump into year number 2. We'll see who they get picked up by in year number 2. I guess I didn't really go over some of those rookie guys, but that's kind of the basics of it. Yeah. The playoffs. Let's get to the playoffs. Week 18. There it is. We do not make the playoffs as the Chiefs. Free agents. Still a ton of people left. So we're just gonna have to go into year number 2 and do all that. The league stats and awards. Go to the yearly awards. Joe Burrow wins the MVP. Then followed by Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Jordan Love, Brock Purdy, Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, Bo Nix, and Dak Prescott. AFC Offensive Player of the Year is Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Kahil Shakir, Josh Downs, and Isaiah Pacheco. Rounds out the top 5. Defensive Player of the Year is, for AFC, Defensive Player of the Year is Aiden Hutchinson, Jeremiah Osa Kanoa. He's second. Calvin Noyes third. Josh Allen is 3, and Jaquan Brisker is number 5. NFC Offensive Player of the Year was Adam Thielen. That's interesting. Jalen Hurts at 2, Brandon Ayuk at 3, Christian Watson at 4, and Ray McLeod the third at number 5. Defense Player of the Year for the NFC Defense Player of the Year was Nick Bosa, followed by Minka Fitzpatrick, DeMarvin Overshown, never heard of him. Cowboys, DeMarcus Lawrence, and Shaq Thompson. Offensive Rookie of the Year, AFC Offensive Rookie of the Year was Devane Levy, followed by Jalen Polk, Bo Nix, Brian Thomas Jr., and McKee Corley, never heard of him. Defensive Rookie of the Year, AFC Defensive Rookie of the Year was Shaheed Still from the Chargers, Trevon Sweat from the Titans, Mike Hall Jr. from the Browns, Peyton Wilson from the Steelers, and Kahimi Shisitler, I don't know this guy's name, from the Texans. Offensive Rookie of the Year was Jordan Whittington, followed by NFC, Jane Daniels, Jonathan Brooks, Blake Corum, and Rome Odunze. Defensive Rookie of the Year was Byron Murphy II, Brandon Fisk, Jared Verse, Kool-Aid McKinstry, and Amor Stepites. That is the awards for year number 1. Let's hop. I'm going to advance to next season, and I'll get back with you guys whenever we get to next season. All right. Let's look at the free agents. And there is a couple guys still in here, but it is mostly picked up. People are mostly picked up, so that is good. Let's look at the NFL rosters because I kind of forgot to say that some of these guys are probably not gonna be signed to a long-term deal because they haven't signed. So some of these guys might not be signed to long-term deals, so it could have switched around a little bit, but it doesn't look like it really did. I don't think. Maybe a little bit. Actually, a lot. It is a little bit. So this has changed a little bit, but so this is the year we're gonna follow basically. So all these guys are probably signed to long-term deals. Let's go and retire. We'll create a new character and we'll see what the overalls are for these teams. The Bears are an 82 overall. Bengals 85. Bills 80. Broncos 81. Chargers 80. Cardinals 80. Bucks 84. Browns 81. Our Chiefs were an 86 overall. 81 for the Colts. 82 Commanders. 83 Falcons. 89 Eagles. 82 Dolphins. 77 Giants. They continue to struggle to find anyone to sign. Jags are 79 overall. Jets are an 83 overall. Lions are an 85 overall. Raiders are an 82 overall. Patriots are an 83 overall. Panthers are an 80 overall. Packers at an 82. Rams 81. Ravens 86. Saints 77. Seahawks 82. Vikings 84. Titans 79. The Texans, the team that I was most excited for, they are an 85 overall. And the Steelers are also an 85 overall. I'll just go with the Bengals. Everything should be set on simple. Get up to it. Auto. Yep, everything's simple. Sweet. League settings. I gotta go all Madden. 15 minute. Great. Okay, start playing. Okay, we're gonna simulate to the mid-season mark and see how these teams are doing with their new and improved teams. What teams got aggressive? And year number 2, this is gonna be the test right here, right now. Get you guys to the mid-season mark. Alrighty, let's look at the teams and the stats so far this season. We'll go to the stats first. The mid-season mark. Actually, I'm just gonna simulate. Yeah, I'm just gonna go to the playoffs. I don't really need to worry about that. Yeah, we'll go to the playoffs. Alright, we were here at the playoffs. We did make the playoffs as the Bengals, so go to the stats first, though. Look at the stats. Go to the NFL. Josh Allen led the league in passing yards. Those passing yard leaders were Josh Allen, almost 5,000, Jordan Love, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Will Levis, Dak Prescott, and Jared Goff. The passing touchdowns leaders were Josh Allen, Jordan Love, Patrick Mahomes, Matthew Stafford, Joe Burrow, and Bo Nix, C.J. Stroud, Dak Prescott, and Bryce Young. Interception leaders Kyler Murray with 32, holy cow, Marcus Mariota, Derek Carr, probably a rookie, I think, Justin Fields, Anthony Richardson, Bryce Young, Tyler Huntley, and Bo Nix. Rushing yards, total yards, Najee Harris led the way with 1,466. Then it was Josh Jacobs on the Colts, Derrick Henry on the Cowboys, Breece Hall on the Jets, Ken Williams on the Broncos, and Travis Etienne Jr. on the same team, normal team, the Jags. Average per attempt, that doesn't really matter. Touchdowns, Derrick Henry with 21 touchdowns led the way. Saquon Barkley, Bijan Robinson, Jerome Ford, Josh Jacobs, Joe Mixon, and Tyjae Spears following up with that. Receiving yards, Rashee Rice led the way with 1,730 yards when it wasn't even close. Next was Puka Nacua, Devonta Smith, Michael Wilson, CeeDee Lamb, Rome Odunze, A.J. Brown, Jerry Jeudy, and that is it for that. Touchdown leaders, Rashee Rice with 29, Jabri Davis is a rookie, 23, 18 for Puka, Devonta Smith, Romeo Doubs, Christian Watson, Amon St. Brown, and Ray McLeod. Don't need to worry about blocking defensively. Tackles for loss, Quentin Williams led the way with 21, Myles Garrett, Jeffrey Simmons, Zadarius Smith, Derek Brown, Zach Allen, Ed Oliver, and Kobe Turner. Sacks, Nick Bosa led the way with 23, then 18.5 for Myles Garrett, 17.5 for Aiden Hutchinson, 16.5 for Chris Jones, and then TJ Watt, Josh Allen, Micah Parsons, Jared Verse, and Danielle Hunter. Interceptions, 10 for CJ Mosley led the way, then Jalen Johnson with 9, then Kenny Moore, then Joshua Williams, then Deshaun Elliott, Denzel Ward, Trenton Simpson, Derek Stingley Jr., and Trey Greenlaw. That is the stats for the year. Yearly awards, Josh Allen wins the MVP, Jordan Love, and then it goes to Jordan Love, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, Brock Purdy, Matthew Stafford, and Dak Prescott, and Jaden Daniels. AFC Offensive Player of the Year was Rashee Rice. Defensive Player of the Year was C.J. Mosley. NFC Offensive Player of the Offensive Player of the Year for the NFC was Jordan Love, and Defensive Player of the Year for the NFC was Nick Bosa. The records for the playoffs. We'll go to the view of the playoff bracket. Teams that made the playoffs. Here, let's just go to league NFL standings. The best team in the NFL, only losing one game, was the Falcons. Then we went the Ravens, Chiefs, Eagles, Seahawks, Titans, Packers, Commanders, Patriots, Bears, Raiders, Bengals, Steelers, 49ers, and that led the playoffs. The worst team in the NFL was the Giants, Saints, Bills, Chargers, Browns, Jets, Panthers, Broncos, Jags, and Cardinals. We will simulate to the Super Bowl and see who we have in our Super Bowl and what team prevailed in this interesting series. We have the Patriots and the Falcons in the Super Bowl. We'll advance the week to see who wins it. View the season recap, and the Falcons get the rematch they wanted. They beat and get revenge on the Patriots. Jordan Love wins Super Bowl MVP, and the Falcons take home the trophy. And lastly, before we end this video, let's go. Let's one more week. Let's go and see if there's any free agents available that we put up here. See if any of these free agents are still available. They shouldn't be. I can't see. I can't see it because I can't be able to see it. All right, that's it. That's it from the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. The Falcons prevail and are the winning team, I guess, for this challenge. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.